Good morning, everybody. This is your boy Ben Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope y'all was chilling, staying home with your families or staying safe out there while y'all was having a good time. But this is the time of year, man. We are got the NCAA tournament coming up. The entire field of 68 teams is finally set in stone, and we are ready for the march to the Final Four in Houston, Texas. And this is my favorite time of the year. And I wanted to particularly talk about why I love watching the NCAA tournament so much. Because you guys know on my channel that my channel is primarily talks about basketball. Many of you guys know as my longtime subscribers. But the one thing that I always enjoy about what March Madness is that we get to see, you know, unforgettable stories, unexpected Cinderella runs, amazing upsets, crazy buzzer beaters. It's just everything that you want in a tournament is here in the NCAA tournament. And the best part about why I love the NCAA tournament is that this is a pretty much a single elimination tournament. There is no double elimination. There is no best of seven or best of five series like you would see in the NBA playoffs, in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and in the MLB playoffs. It's primarily a one game single elimination tournament. And it's a lot of, and this is why we call it March Madness, because if you show up to a game and not play at your best, you're going to go home. It's simple as that. And we have seen, you know, guys emerge themselves, show up and emerge themselves into this tournament. We've seen teams with unexpected Cinderella runs making it to the Final Four. And you're seeing that a lot more in this generation of college basketball than you would think of back in the 70s and the 80s, and us obviously in the 90s as well. And because of the fact that now there's not many upperclassmen teams that stick around a lot because of how college basketball and actually how college sports primarily moves around a lot. But since now that the NIL deals are going to come into the play in the next few years, it's going to be very interesting to see about how a lot of these student athletes, I should stop using the term student athletes, a lot of these college athletes probably will stick around a lot and probably benefit from all the money and advertising that the NCAA has been able to make off of these athletes for so many generations. But as we get set for the entire tournament, I'm going to be starting thinking about who will be my four teams that will primarily make it to this tournament. Because let's just be real about this generation of the tournament. It's not a clear cut in stone team that I would put my finger on and say this is the team that I expected to make it to the Final Four, because all it takes is just one team to get into a rhythm in the tournament, and all of a sudden they go off on an amazing run all the way to the Final Four, and it has happened historically in these tournaments. This is why college basketball is so unpredictable, because you can watch college basketball all the way up from November all the way up to March, and you would think that this your team or any of the favorite teams that you selected heading into this tournament would be the favorite to win it all. But it's an unpredictable field. And as I look at the 68 teams right now, it's literally a wide open tournament with so many matchups, so many, styles of play. I mean, it's wide open, particularly here in this field. But I think that the most toughest, part of the bracket would be the Midwest region of the tournament, because, Houston is the number one seed in that tournament, but they never played a tougher schedule. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they engage with this bracket, because you got Indiana, you got Kent State, you got basically Xavier that is possibly a Final Four contending team. You got Texas in there. I mean, it's really much wide open of this tournament. And I know that Duke is now finally healthy, playing their best basketball right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's it's anyone's guess of who's going to make it. But I'm going to need a couple of days to really think about this, because after the first four games where they're going to pretty much fill out the remainder of the spots is determined, I'm going to think about who's would be my Final Four teams, who would be my sleeper Cinderella teams, and more importantly, who would be the upset of this year's tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see, and I can't wait to see all the games unfold and all the stories that come out, and more importantly, all the crazy buzzer beaters that we're going to see in this tournament. I mean, I know one thing's for certain: we all love buzzer beating, shots, especially in the clutch. It's what we live for in basketball. You know me, I love taking the game wing shot. But it's gonna be wild, it's gonna be crazy, and more importantly, I know one thing's for certain. I'm not filling any more brackets. I've been done with brackets for the last few years, and I'm not gonna do it now because these I'm telling you, a lot of our brackets are going to be busted in the first week of the tournament. I'm guaranteeing you that somebody's bracket is going to get busted up real quick, and I can only imagine how much money people are going to lose in the leading up to the Final Four. But I'll tell you this, man, it's a fun, exciting moment for college fans and for basketball fans. And then after that, we got the NBA playoffs coming up too. So this entire period between March and then counting the NBA playoffs all the way up to June and early July at the latest. It's going to be epic. It's going to be crazy, and we're going to see who's going to emerge in the next few months in the NCAA tournament and in these NBA playoffs after that. So buckle up your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to be in for a crazy ride. And stay tuned for all the videos that I'm going to be posting here on this channel and what are my predictions for the tournament and some updates on the great upsets that will occur in this tournament. Because trust me, we're going to see a lot more upsets out the woodwork. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win the NCAA tournament? Who's going to be the national champs? And who do you think is going to be the sleeper team of this entire tournament? So I'd love to hear what you guys think. So go ahead and drop a comment at this time. And with that, get ready for March Madness, ladies and gentlemen, and get ready for all the crazy stuff that's about to happen. And with that, I'm out. Peace.